Have you ever tried creating your own AI Ghibli video only for it to look like a generic anime clip that doesn't capture the style at all? I've been there, and it's frustrating. So I'm gonna show you the exact step-by-step workflow I use to create clips that actually get mistaken for real Ghibli and have gone viral, so you can do it too. The tool we're using for everything today is called OpenArt, which is an all-in-one platform that gives us access to every single tool we need to create our Ghibli animation. When you first log into OpenArt, you'll see a navigation bar with 6 sections: story, video, image, character, world, and audio. That's the whole creative studio right there. We're going to be moving between a few of those today. So if you want to follow along and have a finished Ghibli animation by the end of this video, use the link in the description to sign up to OpenArt. We're starting with our main character first, which is the foundation for everything else. Click on character in the navigation bar, then hit create a character. You'll get 3 options: start from an image, describe your character, and build your character. Since we're creating someone completely fictional with no reference photo and no existing design, describe your character is exactly what we need. So select that. Now you're looking at a prompt box and 2 drop-down menus. For the model, select Nano Banana Pro. As for the style, select anime. That style setting helps the AI understand the category of what we're making, but it does not specify if we want Ghibli. Anime is a genre all on its own with lots of different art styles. The Ghibli aesthetic we want is something you have to describe, and that description lives entirely in the prompt itself. I'll paste in this prompt. As you can see, I'm describing the character in specific plain prose, not just anime girl, and I'm naming these style references directly. I'm also using negative language at the end to actively push the AI away from the generic anime look. That last part matters more than most people think. Without it, the model defaults to what it sees most often in its training data, and that's not Ghibli. One more thing I want to point out before we generate. I wrote soft, round, childlike eyes in that description, which was intentional. You know how important the eyes are for an anime, but if we leave the default style, we get eyes that are sharp, oversized, and expressive. Ghibli eyes are the complete opposite: quiet, warm, and understated. If you leave that detail out of your character prompts, the model will give you something that looks like it belongs in a battle shonen, not a Miyazaki film. Set the number of variants to 4 so we have options, then hit generate. We get back 4 previews that already look pretty good. I'll select this one right here because she has soft lines, warm tones, and that slightly imperfect hand-drawn quality that makes Ghibli feel alive rather than rendered. She also looks like she belongs in a countryside scene, which is perfect for what we're building. I'll name her Mei and save her as a character. She will be very important for everything we create next because in anime, the character carries the entire emotional weight of the story. The world can be as beautiful as you want, but if there's nobody to follow, the viewer has nothing to hold on to. If you skip this step and jump straight into generating scenes, you'll end up with random clips that feel disconnected from one another and with no one for the viewer to relate to. So we build the protagonist first, and everything else gets built around her. From this point forward, she can be referenced as Mei across every video we generate with no need to re-describe her. That's what keeps her consistent across all 3 clips. Head back to the OpenArt homepage and click on Video in the navigation bar. You'll see a list of available models. Select Seedance 2.0. This is the model we're using for all of our clips because it handles character consistency and motion quality really well for this kind of animation style. For this first clip, the settings are straightforward. Upload Mei as your reference image. Set the duration to 15 seconds, resolution to 720p, and aspect ratio to 16:9. I'll use this prompt, and as you can see, it's not just girl runs up a hill. Every shot in this sequence is designed to build momentum. Seedance 2.0 can handle multi-shot generation from just one prompt, which is very important when making anime, because it's what makes the animation feel alive rather than generated. Click generate and let it run. This came back looking genuinely impressive. It honestly doesn't look AI generated. The watercolor texture is exactly right and everything looks drawn by hand. I especially like how the foreground character is sharp, but the world around her feels like a painting, and Mei looks like herself. The character reference is doing exactly what it's supposed to. The whole clip has that slow, chill energy where the world is allowed to breathe. That's exactly what Ghibli is known for. I'll download this clip now because we need it for maximum consistency with the rest of the sequence. Most people generate each clip independently and hope they match, but the moment you do that, the character shifts slightly between clips, the lighting changes, and the whole art style drifts. The final result stops feeling like a continuous scene and starts feeling like a collection of random clips. But the fix is simple. When setting up video 2, you're not just referencing May as an image. You're also uploading video 1 as a video reference. This tells Seedance 2.0 to treat that first clip as the visual baseline. Everything carries forward, like the style, the lighting, and the character design. The result is a sequence that actually flows like it was built in one session. I'll set the duration to 12 seconds and keep every other setting the same as before. I'll paste in this prompt. This time, we also get dialogue in our prompt. But unlike other anime, we don't ask for shouting or intense sounds, but just a small whisper. These films don't punctuate emotional moments with big dramatic music, stings, and screaming. They let the moment breathe. A quiet whisper over an open sky hits harder than anything louder would. And that's the kind of detail that separates a clip that feels like it was made by Studio Ghibli from a clip that just looks the part. Something else worth adding to your own prompts is a place and a period. Something like summer countryside, 1960s rural Japan, or windswept seaside village at dusk. The style prompts handle the visual language, but Ghibli films are always set somewhere specific and grounded. When you give the model that context, the backgrounds stop feeling like generic pretty landscapes and start feeling like actual places. Let's generate. This looks really good. The animation remains fluid even though she's launching herself and gliding through the air. That's something most models would struggle to get right, and the close-up of her face right after is exactly the kind of quiet emotional beat that makes this style work. She's just there, in the moment, and the viewer is right there with her. Download video 2. The final clip is where everything we've built pays off. Now video 2 becomes the reference for video 3. Each clip inherits the visual DNA of the one before it, and the story keeps building toward something. This final clip is the moment the whole sequence has been building toward, and the prompt reflects that. Bump up the time to 15 seconds again, upload video 2, and keep everything else the same for maximum consistency. I'll paste in this and generate. This is my favorite. The moment when the birds rise around her looks great. The white plumage against the soft green of the meadow creates this natural contrast, and May flying with the birds toward the horizon feels like the last frame before the credits roll. We've made 3 clips all in a Ghibli style, and now we just need to put them together to make the whole thing look finished. Open up your video editor. I'm using CapCut, but use whatever you're most comfortable with. Drag in video 1, video 2, then video 3 in order and trim any dead frames at the start or end of each clip, and you can also add a soft ambient track underneath, something quiet that doesn't compete with the visuals. This already looks good, but it's in 720p. And for Ghibli specifically, that's not enough. Anime is a visual art form, and at 720p, some of the details get compressed. It's not unwatchable, but it's not professional either. So to upscale it, head back into OpenArt, go to video in the navigation bar, and this time select upscale video. Keep in mind that this tool has a 20-second limit, so if your video is 40 seconds long, you'll need to run the process twice and then stitch the clips back together in CapCut. So upload the video we just made, set the resolution to 1080p, and generate. Let's look at our final result. This looks really good, especially after the upscale where everything is sharper. Animation styles upscale cleanly too, which isn't always true for live action footage. For hand-drawn 2D aesthetics like this, the upscaler has a lot of fine detail to work with. Generating at 720p and upscaling afterward is actually the smarter workflow because it saves credits without sacrificing the final result. And with this workflow, you can create your own Ghibli animations with any story you want, all under one platform. So if you want to start creating your own Ghibli videos, click the link in the description to sign up to OpenArt. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.